Good day, everyone. I am Maria Danica A. Nuweke, a third-year B.Ed student of Norsu Shatun campus. In this educational video, I will discuss to you the elements of an ESL lesson plan, specifically the objectives. So here are the learning objectives for this lesson. First, let us define ESL lesson plan. An ESL lesson plan, or English as a Second Language lesson plan, is a detailed guide that teachers use to structure and deliver lessons to students who's learning English as their second or foreign language. It aims to specify language skills that your students will develop, and it serves as a roadmap to ensure teaching is organized, clear, and focused to a specific learning objectives. When you teach English to your students, you don't give directly the big chunks of lessons. You have to break that big chunks of lessons into a manageable piece. That is why we have the 5 types of ESL lesson plan. So first, we have the grammar focus. So it is designed to help students or to teach the students how to use the correct sentence structure and grammatical rules. Next is we have the vocabulary focus. So it aims to expand students' word knowledge on a specific theme like animals, food, feelings, or occupation. And it goes beyond just memorizing words. Students practice pronouncing, spelling, meaning, and usage in sentences. Next, we have the skills-based ESL lesson plan. It focuses on one of the 4 language skills, which are the speaking, listening, reading, and writing skills. Then we have the communicative focus. It emphasizes real-life communication and interaction like role-playing rather than memorization of rules. And lastly, we have the integrated ESL lesson plan, which combines vocabulary, grammar, and skills in one lesson for a more holistic approach. Now let us discuss about the objectives. Objectives is one of the elements of an ESL lesson plan, and it is the teacher's guide in facilitating teaching and learning, as well as the students will know what they are going to do and acquire. When planning your lessons, include both content and language objectives. When we say content objectives, it is the actual lesson topic. It is the concepts or the knowledge that the students should understand, while the language objectives, it is how your students will use English during the lesson, whether they are expected to read, write, speak, or listen to show what they have learned. Also, an ESL lesson plan follows the revised Bloom's taxonomy, which was revised by Lauren Anderson and David Krathwohl in 2001, changing the noun form into the verb form and changing the arrangement of some of the levels. Just like the other taxonomies, the revised Bloom's taxonomy is hierarchical, meaning learning at the higher levels is dependent on acquiring necessary skills and knowledge at the lower levels. The lower order thinking skills, or LOTS, under the cognitive domain includes remember, understand, and apply. In remember, students can memorize, recall, and define texts that they have learned. In understand, students can summarize, explain, and answer questions based on the text they've read. And in apply, students can use what they have learned in talking about something. The higher order thinking skills, or HOTS, in the cognitive domain includes analyze, evaluate, and create. In analyze, students can compare and contrast characteristics of 2 objects. In evaluate, they can support and defend their views. And in create, they can produce something new out from the knowledge or skills they have learned. Next, we have the affective domain, which was published in 1964 by David Krathwohl, that focuses on the behaviors and attitudes that the students should possess upon gaining necessary skills and knowledge. There are 5 levels in the affective domain. First is receiving, where students listen attentively to their classmates during reading. Next is responding, where students actively participates and engages in knowledge transfer. Then we have valuing, where students show respect and find value and worth in one's own learning. Then we have organization, where it emphasizes planning a group to use English in activities. And lastly, we have characterization, where students use English as a communication tool where they use English consistently inside and outside the class. An ESL lesson plan mainly targets the cognitive and affective domain, but sometimes it also engages physical skills or the psychomotor domain, where students perform gestures, pronounce sounds, write letters, and act out role plays. In psychomotor domain, Elizabeth J. Simpson 1966, Ravindra Kumar H. Dave 1970, and Anita J. Harrow 1972 created the subcategories for the skills in psychomotor domain. First, we have perception, where students notices correct pronunciation from their teacher using senses. Then we have set. It is the students' readiness to act, their physical preparation to perform a skill. Next, we have the guided response, where students repeat and practice sentences after the teacher. So there is guidance from the teacher. Next, we have the mechanism, where students write simple sentences with confidence. Then, in complex overt response, students read aloud fluently with expression. In adaptation, they perform role-play conversations in new situations. And lastly, in origination, they can already create and act out original skits and dialogues. So that's all for this educational video about the elements of an ESL lesson plan, specifically the objectives. So here are the resources of the information in this video. I hope you learned something from this, mga ka-BEd. Thank you for watching!